Oh, I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late, everybody. I was having some more technical difficulties, apparently. Um, yeah, I honestly, what just happened, I got a whole new camera. So I was crystal clear, the camera was looking good, and then I was on a whole nother I was on another computer and it didn't work. I couldn't hear. Hey Dominique. I'm back. I'm back up and running. Next time y'all see me live and in color. Um, yeah, this time it didn't work. I don't know why. But today we are here. This is the WIG Constructing One-on-One. This is the Achieve More Playbook. We just followed up from, if you were with Logan beforehand, amazing live. The Black Sunflower Business Collective, the partners are amazing. So if you were coming over from Logan's webinar that just happened, amazing work. I caught the tail end, but I was I don't know too much about candles myself, but all the information, there was a lot of gems in there just about business in general. So even if I didn't, a lot of stuff that he was talking about, I actually resonated with when he talked about burnout, when he talked about imposter syndrome. Those are things that entrepreneurs as a whole go through. So it wasn't just primarily focused on candle making, but of course, he's a master candle maker, following in Jazz's footsteps with the master class. So a lot of things. Just shout out to Logan, shout out to Jazz for an amazing webinar just now. But today, this is what we're working on today. We are constructing wigs today. I want to construct your wig. And what is a wig? What is a wig, you may ask? A wig is a wildly important goal. So what does that mean? That means that if your business if everything stayed the same, everything stayed the same in your business, but you focused on this one key task, this key set of tasks, which would lead up to your goal. If you focus on this goal, then your business will go to the next level. So that's your wildly important goal. So that means everything else, we're going to throw that out the window for right now. We're going to focus on this one specific goal that's going to take our business to the next level. That's what we're working on today. And basically, I just want to help everybody, as many people as I possibly can. My goal is 20. So I don't want you to be quiet in this chat. We already got Pam in here. Pam done hit probably three to four of her wigs already. And she's one of the star pupils, one of the great clients that I've worked with in this in the prior 12-week program. I think we still have one or two sessions left. And she's been doing amazing work. She can be she's a testament to the Achieve More Playbook and what it can do for your business, what it can do for your mindset, what it can do for how you achieve your goal and how you move to the next level. So with that being said, Pam is always wigging. Pam always be wigging. Hey, we're gonna get those shirts made. Those shirts hard. We definitely gotta do that. Those shirts getting made. I'll put it like this. Once we hit I'm gonna say once we hit 50 people that have done the Achieve More Playbook. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna do it like this. The first 10 people that take the course, Achieve More Playbook, they get there, because at the end of it, you got a cool little certification that says you are certified to achieve more. You know this process backwards and forwards. You've done everything you need to do. Those first 10 people, I'm giving y'all a shirt. It's gonna have the Achieve More Playbook program on the front, and then on the back it's gonna have Always Be Wigging. That's fire. We're gonna do that. First 10 people, we doing that. But for everybody that just entered the chat, this is the Achieve More Playbook. This is WIG Constructing 101. WIG Constructing 101. Nikivia, we got to talk because we got to schedule another session. I was going to send out. I'm going to send out emails to all the clients because there's a couple of clients that I need to reschedule with. Like I said, if you were on the live yesterday, the reason why everything's kind of been in flux, I just had a recent death in the family, so I had to go be with family. Basically do the family thing and be in remembrance of a loved one that recently passed. So everything has been kind of in flux, but we're back in motion right now. We're doing WIG Constructing 101 today. And I don't want to really, the only way I want to talk right now is if I'm helping somebody. Sherry Stanton, thank you. Driving in traffic, please be safe. I'm excited that you are on. Please be safe. Please be safe. I'm excited that you're on Nakivia. I'm excited that you're on Pam. She always be wigging. She here as always. And let me break down what a wig is. Also, during this live. Hey Don, how you doing? Also, during this live, I'm going to be doing my own wig. So I'm setting a new wig, and I've thought about this all day. Hey Natalie, how you doing? I thought about this all day on what my wig is and what I'm trying to accomplish. This is gonna be my new wig. Everybody that has been all my faithful Achieve More Playbook Huddle members, they've seen me do the 12-week journey. They've seen the progress that we made, the wigs that we've hit, all the celebrations. So I'm gonna do a new wig at the end of this. I want to help other people right now with their wigs and for us to understand what a wig is. So for all the new people, Sarita, thank you. Thank you for joining. Good evening. For all the new people, if you don't know what a wig is, I'm going to go ahead and explain it one more time. If everything stayed the same in your business, which means if you only focused on this one goal, this one specific set of tasks leading up to this goal, if you only focus on this goal, and you completed this goal, then your business will move to the next level. And today we're working on constructing how that looks for your personal business. So what I want, Rakia, thank you. I think I said your name right. Sarita, thank you. Natalie, thank you. Don, thank you. Sherry's in here. I think I said everybody's names correctly. I hope I did. But I want to help as many people as possible. We're going to be on here for an hour. You know, however long it may take. I'm not even time boxing it. I'm not even going to put it in a time box. Today, I want to help people. And if you already have a wig, I still want you to basically tell me what your wig is. So Pam, let us know what your current wig is. Nakivia, let me know what your current wig is. Nakivia and Pam are the OG Achieve More Playbook clients. They can speak to what it's done for them, how it's helped them, and what they're doing after, going through the initial process, because we haven't even finished. They haven't even been through the whole 12 weeks, which would be how many calls that we have within that time. So they can really speak to it. But what a wig is, like I said, it's a wildly important goal. How we structure it, it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, and it has to be time bound. So it has to be something specific to your business. It has to be something that you can actually measure, because we want to keep track of this. We don't just want to say, hey, I want to do this. Like, okay, just say, for example, this is what we don't want to do in our business, because as much as we have good intentions and we say, oh, I want to grow I'll put it like this. I want to grow my social media presence. That sounds really good. And that's a good start, because you're in the mindset of, hey, I want to get my product out to more people. But that's not something that's actually going to help you get to growing your business. It's just a thought process. And even in thinking about that thought process, it seems like a big task. Social media, it's a monster. I'm not even gonna lie. It's big. It's a lot of things it's a lot of intricate. You start hearing things like algorithms and posting schedules and hashtags, and you start hearing all these different things about what you have to do to get your product out there, or what you have to do to get your message out there. So it can seem very big. So if you say something like, hey, I just want to grow my social media presence, in your mind already thinking, that's a tough task. That's something tough to overcome. So my example of how I would rephrase that and make it a wildly important goal is, hey, I want to grow my Instagram page. It's very specific. I want to grow my Instagram page to 500 followers, measurable. I know that I want to get 500 followers by this is April 2nd, by March. No, I said March. By July 15th. Let's just say that. So you have something very specific. Is you want to grow your Instagram following, 500 Instagram followers. It's measurable, so it's 500. The specificity was Instagram. The measurable part is 500, and then the time bound part is July 15th. So the reason why we do this is because we can track. Once we start moving towards that goal and moving towards 500, we can track what's actually working and what's not working. Pam just put up her wig. Let's see what Pam's saying. My current wig is open my brick and mortar. Killing me. All right. My current wig is to open my brick and mortar candle dessert lounge. Awesome. Amazing. Amazing. So Pam, and Pam is an OG member. That is a current wig. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this more specific. We're gonna make this more specific, and we're gonna put a time bound. We're gonna put a time to it. So what I mean by more specific, open your candle dessert lounge. That is specific. I want to open this particular brick and mortar business. That is specific. So that's one business. I want to open this business, and it's specific. My candle dessert lounge. Now we got to add the time bound part. So when do you want to do this by? And the reason why we need to add the time bound part is because, all right, let's say what are all the things that go into getting a brick and mortar business? We have to see all the tasks. So we want to break down all the tasks that are going to lead up to getting that brick and mortar business. So whether that be, I need to, prospect some spots or where I can go get my actual business. I need to get a loan for the financing or lease of the business. I need to do all these things, and you got to put that into effect. You got to put that into your time bound part, so you know how much time it's going to take to do all those things. And then from that point, you're knocking down these tasks one by one, leading up to getting to the brick and mortar business. So that's a really good one, Pam. The last part, like I said, you have it specific. So you want to open your brick and mortar candle dessert lounge. So it's one business that's measurable. We know it's the candle dessert lounge, and it's specific. So you know that you want to open the actual lounge. The last part of it is time bound. We really need to get it time bound, because then we're going to be able to put tasks in between that time and know exactly how long it's going to take us. So what we're trying to do is build a roadmap to get to the candle dessert lounge. We're trying to build a roadmap to get there. We can't build a roadmap if we don't have a timeline. We don't have a time bound system. So that's the last part that we want to add to that. So great job. Pam. All right, Nikivia. My current wig is to get 4 candle scents prepared for my vendor market by 4/9/25. Nikivia, you almost brought a tear to my eyes. Like this is perfect. This is perfect. She brought a tear to my eyes because everything about this wig is perfect. So my current wig is to get 4 candle scents. So it's 4, measurable, specific. She wants to work on the actual scents that she has in her business for the vendor market. So she has an actual time frame that she's working towards. So that's April 9th. So that's actually coming up. What's this? This is the 2nd. So April 9th is, what day is that? Is that next Wednesday? Yeah, that's next Wednesday. Okay. Perfect. So she knows exactly what she needs to do by next Wednesday. So in that process, in that in between time, so we got Wednesday to Wednesday. We got 7 days. So in that time, she needs to figure out how many tasks that she needs to complete in order to have 4 cents prepared by Wednesday. So we don't want to work it as we get all the way up to Wednesday and we're still working on 1 cent, or we haven't tested the product. So she needs to see exactly. So these tasks can include a number of things. Like I said, I'm not a candle maker myself, but I know that there are certain things when it comes to a product that you want to do, especially when you want to pick a product. So she's got to test the 4 candle scents that she has to list the 4 candle scents that she wants to do. That's a task. She has to get all the necessary materials it is to make each scent. That's a task. She has to test each scent to make sure she has the right ingredients, the right, measurables. I do know what a wick is. I've learned that being around the collective. She got to test which wicks she want to do, which vessels she wants to do. I'm getting the lingo. I'm starting to get the lingo. But she has to get all these ingredients. She has to get all these things together. And not only that, if you're coming from Logan's last webinar, which was amazing, one thing that he did say is cost of goods. So she has to know how much it's going to cost her to make all of these products, how much each one of the products costs, and how much profit she's going to make. So she has to know her numbers. She has to test the product, make the product, and start from the beginning. She has to find out what scent she wants to do. She has to get the ingredients. She has to test the products. She has to perfect the formula. Then she has to know her numbers, and then she'll be picked. I mean, and this is me thinking from an outer look. There might be more steps in there, but she has to do that within 7 days. So now that she knows she has 7 days to do all those tasks, she can implement. She can put in where she's going to do one task at a time, as opposed to every night she comes home. She's like, man, I got 4 cents I got to make. I got to do all these different things. No, we already set the roadmap up. We said, okay, today we're working on just primarily this. Friday, we're working on just primarily this. Saturday, we're working on just primarily this. These tasks, I need to get these done today. These tasks, I need to get these done today. Then the next set of tasks I need to get done today. And if we set up our roadmap correctly, then by the time we get to Wednesday, we already got the 4 cents ready. We're not even stressing. We about to pull up to the vendor market. We about to kill it. We about to crush it. We've done all the necessary work. We're not stressed. We blessed, and we pulling up to the vendor market and we killing it. So amazing work, Nikivia. I love that wig, and we're gonna set up a time for our next call. I think we're on week 8 on our week 8 call, and we're gonna set up a time because I want to definitely talk to you about that wig and about your vendor market. So great. Pam is back. My small wig leading to my long goal wig, and this is very good. So I want to talk about that for a second. Wildly important goal. You can have a main wildly important goal. It could be really, really big. And then you can have sub goals in between that time, or milestones or mile markers that you need to lead up to that. That is perfectly fine. That's not bad at all. Now, in between those milestones, we call those lead measures. The lead measures are the activities that you put in daily, notice I said daily, the activities you put in daily to lead to that milestone, which will eventually lead to that wildly important goal. So I like this. I like the fact that you have smaller broken down wigs that lead to the larger wig. So my small wig leading to my long goal wig is getting all the legal paperwork done. For example, my LLC, EIN, my time bound is by the end of year. Perfect. End of year is still vague though. I'm going to challenge you, Pam. Once again, you know, I'm always going to challenge you. I want you to put a specific date. If it's end of year, say 12/31/2025. I want you to, because end of year can mean different things to a lot of people. It can be end of year mean November. End of year mean Thanksgiving. End of year, some people, they end of year is October and they done for the rest of the year because they on holiday. So end of year can mean different things. I want you to specifically put in your mind a specific date. Because if you put in a specific date as opposed to end of year, let's say you do end of year. Once you get to November, you might start stressing. You might be like, oh, I'm at the end of the year. I ain't got a. If you got a specific date in mind, if you put 12/31, you know, okay, I got a month left. I got exactly. If it hits November 30th and your actual date is 12/31/2025 for when you want to complete this task, you'll know in your mind, okay. Now I need to see how many tasks I need to do in between this month to get to my goal. As opposed to if you make it vague like you did with the end of the year, then any number of doubt, thinking about it, all those different things can creep in. So what the Achieve More Playbook does is we want to relieve that thought process of doubt, that thought process of not being able to complete something. And one of the things that's become our mantra for all the people that's been in the huddle, all the people that have been to the prior lives, one of the things that have been our mantra is how do you eat an elephant? So this is a metaphor. A lot of people may know it, may not know it, but how do you eat an elephant? So what this is a metaphor for is the elephant is your wildly important goal. It's the biggest goal you can think of for your business, because this goal, if you finish this goal, your business should be on another level. So the metaphor is the elephant. The elephant is your wildly important goal. The question is, how do you eat an elephant? There's no way you're just going to eat an elephant in one bite. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you the dude who eat the hot dogs for a living. Side note, eating hot dogs for a living, I mean, I would rather eat something else, but the fact that he get to just eat for a living is amazing. And, hats off to him. I forgot what his name is. Some Chestnut Is it Corey Chess? Whatever. He do the Nathan's hot dog contest eating, and me and my mom always be like, yo, like that's all he does all year. And he make a million. I looked it up. I had to look it up. I had to count his pockets because that's insane. But I digress. But yes. How do you eat an elephant? You can't eat it all at once. So we want to break down your wildly important goal. We want to break. So the answer to the metaphor is one piece at a time. So how do you eat an elephant? One piece at a time. So like I said, the metaphor for the elephant being a wildly important goal, the only way you're going to get to that wildly important goal is if you break it down. You have to break it down. So that's what we do in the Achieve More playbook. We break it down. We get really, really specific. We get really specific because that's the only way that we're going to know exactly what we're going to need to do to get to our wildly important goal. Tijuana, how you doing? Thank you for joining. All right, Rakia, you are up next. Rakia, my current wig is working on my branding. All right, Rakia, you up. Okay, so I love what you're thinking about. I love what you have in your head. I love that. That's amazing. I love what you have in your head. Branding is very, very important. We actually have somebody that's awesome at branding. That's a partner, and that I want you to get plugged in with Dominique. Dom is amazing at branding. I'm actually learning some myself. Go check out her webinar. She has a branding playbook. I need you to do both of those things. So I'm going to start there. But first, before we get to that part, we want to get really, really specific about what we want to do with our branding and by when. So you said my current wig is working on my branding. What specifically do you want to do with your branding? So let's say I want to have a logo for my business by April 25th, 2025. That's a wildly important goal. Your business will be on another level. Your brand will be on another level by that time. If you say, hey, I want to get a brand kit made, which would be a brand kit. We also have another partner, Daryl White, that does graphic design. That's in the business collective, and he gets really technical with all the colors and the brand kits and all that stuff. So that's another person you should tap in with. But if we say, hey, I want to get my brand kit done by April 25th, 2025, like, it's really specific, it's measurable, and we have a time-bound method of us getting there. So once we set that expectation, we know exactly how many tasks we got. Once we set the expectation, then we go and search out how many tasks we have to do in between that time. Once we figure out how many tasks we have to do, we then break down our schedule, see what our schedule is, and we put a task in each one of those days. We put a task in. So now, instead of you thinking about, hey, I want to work on my branding every day you get home. No, it's not. I want to work on my branding every day. I want to work on this one task I got to get done. If I get this task done today, I'm one step closer to my branding being on the next level. If I get the task done tomorrow, I'm one step closer to getting my branding done. And if I get the next task done, I'm one step closer. And by the end of the month, you realize you've done all these tasks. Your branding's done. You got your logo done. You got your brand kit done. You got all these things done because you actually broke down the wildly important goal that you have, and you got each task. You got the smaller task done per day. So one of the things that made me the happiest when I first started doing this, and I work with Jazz, is when she said her mental was clear when she first started. When she said, my mind feels freer because I'm not worried about this big task that I'm trying to do. I'm worried about the one task that I got to get done today. So I love what you're thinking about with the branding. I love what you're thinking about as that being your wildly important goal. Now, the next step is, what part of your branding are you focused on? So I want to get real specific on what part of your branding you're working on. And then I want it to be either measurable. So it can be one thing, or it can be, I want to get these 3 things done in my branding. So that's the measurable part. And then I want you to put an actual time limit on it. Not a time limit, but make it time bound. So April 25th or May 1st or June 23rd. Like I'm throwing out, arbitrary dates, but you pick a date that you feel comfortable with. That's another important thing. You need to feel comfortable with this because we want you to actually hit this goal. The whole purpose of this is to hit this goal. So don't set Don't set a date of next week and you know that you're not going to either have the time or you haven't set your schedule up. And that's a shameless plug. We're going to do calendar constructing next week. That's also a part of the Achieve More playbook, is calendar constructing, so that you can actually find the time in your actual schedule to put these tasks in. So if you haven't already done that process, then we don't want to overwork. We don't want to, we don't want to put more stress on your mind. This whole purpose is to be able to find the time to get the important things done to move on to the next step in your business. So that's what I'm going to challenge you to do. I want you to put it back in the chat when you're done. I want you to figure out exactly what part of your branding that you're working on. I want you to get real specific on that. Then I want you to make it measurable. So if it's a number of things in branding that you want to work on, list those things and we'll know exactly what the number is. And then I want you to give me a date at the end of it. So those are the 3 things. So I want you to do that and put that in the chat for me. Tiffany, her WIG, drive more sales to my online store, 40 sales by April 22nd, 2025. That is awesome. That is awesome. So let's just rephrase it. I think I may have read it backwards. All right. So let's say I want to get 40 sales on my online store by April 22nd. Perfect. 2025. Now we know that we need 40 sales. That's the measurable part. It's very specific. E-commerce. We want to do it on our online store and by April 22nd. Next part of it, Tiffany, this is the next part. I want you to list every single task you might need to do or you will need to do to get to that point. So list every single task. And one thing that you can do once you do this, and one thing that I always that I encourage people to do, don't be afraid of technology. Put your WIG into ChatGPT. Say, hey, my business is Tiffany. I feel like I worked with you before, and I forgot what your actual business name is. But put your business name in. Say, this is my wildly important goal. This is it's going to have the date in it. What are the tasks that you think I would need to do to hit this goal by this date? It'll list out the task for you, and you can see exactly what things that is listing. Even if you don't feel like those are the things you need to do, at least it's a basis to start from. And you can actually look at it and see something visible, be like, okay, that makes sense. I can make that happen. I can tweak this, and so on and so forth. If you already know what those tasks are, then I would say go ahead and list those tasks. But from right here, it's perfect. Drive more sales to my online store, 40 sales by April 22nd. I would just say, in the form of constructing it, when you see it, say, I want to get 40 sales on my online store by April 22nd, 2025. And that phrase itself, just like that. But that's perfect. Tijuana, how you doing? Pam, my WIG is to have business cards, labels done and ready by May 2nd for my event on May 3rd. I have 10 tasks to do and I finished 4, 6 more to go. Pam, there we go, Pam. That's what I'm talking about. Came back strong. She wants to get 3 things done. And these are all things that are going to put her business on the next level. So let's look at it. She wants to get her business cards done. Going to put her on the next level automatically. I don't care what nobody says. Somebody hand me a business card, I automatically think you legit. Or at least you've actually took the time to make a business card. If you're not legit, at least I have some thought process. They took the time to go make a business card. Even if they're not legit, you're starting off on a good foundation. So she's getting her business card. That legitimizes her business to the next person. She's getting her labels done. Professional labels. If your product look good, that's automatically gonna catch somebody's eye. So that's amazing. And she wants to have this ready by May 2nd for her event on May 3rd. So she's gonna have everything ready to go by May 2nd, a whole day before May 3rd. She'll have time to make sure she got everything correct. Then she hits the ground running on May 3rd. She said, I have 10 tasks to do. I finished 4 and I have 6 more to go. Notice today is the 2nd. She said she had 10 tasks to do, and she already finished 4. And she only got 6 more to go. She got a whole month to get 6 done. I'm sure that Pam gonna get them 6 done before that month is over. And once she hits that, so I really, and Pam knows this, once you hit a wildly important goal, I strongly urge you to set another wildly important goal. And the reason why is once you get the train moving, you're not gonna really want to stop. There's no real purpose of stopping. Set another wildly important goal. Make a cadence of setting wildly important goals and keep hitting your goals. By the end of the year, you're going to realize your business is so much further than what it was when you first started, just because you've been doing incremental growth every day. Every day you've been putting in activity. Every day you've been putting tasks. And it's not just random tasks. It's actually targeted, pointed tasks to a goal. So these are the targeted tasks that I know that if I get this task done, then I compound it with this task, and I compound it, and I compound it. All of a sudden, you have this whole house of a business that's moving and operating. You got an elephant that's moving around. Nikivia said, that's right. Oh, yeah. Pam, December 1st, 2025. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. One piece at a time. Yes. Dom is back. Like I said, Dom is amazing, y'all. Go check. Who was that? Was it Rakia? I think, yeah, Rakia. Dom, if you still here, Rakia gonna come see you, because once she does her wig, she gonna come see you about what she need to do next. Hold on, I want to have 3 cents made. Oh, she already got her wig going. Okay. I want to have 3 cents made, and I also need help with time management. Rakia, amazing thing for that. I have something for you. I have the perfect thing for you. You can go to achievemoreplaybook.com, and we have the course that's available that breaks down this whole process, and you can do the one-on-ones with me as well. So there's 2 options there. Go ahead and book that. I would love to help you with that, and make sure that you get on the right track. So it's www.achievemoreplaybook.com. And constructing your wig is just one part. Like I said, every Wednesday I'm doing this. Every Wednesday I'm going to do Q&A sessions. Next Wednesday is going to be constructing your wig. Not constructing your wig, constructing your calendar. So you can find the time in actually getting these wigs, getting these tasks done. But like I said, Dom is the person you want to go to for the branding. That's our resident guru. But first, before then, let's get this wig right. I want to have 3 cents made, and I also need help with time management. So the time management part, I answered that part. The 3 cents made is specific, it's measurable. 3 cents. 3 cents for your business, and it's measurable. We need a time frame. We need by when. So I know you need help with time management. That's perfectly fine. But I still want you, in your mind, I want you to set a date. So I still want you to set a date. And once you set a date, I want you to think of all the tasks in between that time that you need to get to those 3 cents. So we talked about Nikivia's process and her 4 cents that she's going to do by next week, and that process might be similar. That process might be similar to yours. Like I said, I'm not a candle maker, but I know that there's a basic level of how you get a product to market. So I want you to go through every step, and I don't want you to make these big steps. I don't want you to say, I gotta do, I don't want a task. The task shouldn't be big. I want the task to be small enough so you can get the train rolling. So if it's, I need to write down 10 possible cents that I can do. That's one task. From those 10 possible cents, I'm going to send it out to people that I know, ask them what cents that they like, which ones that they like the most, which ones resonate with them the most. This is called testing the market. This is something that a lot of people don't do. This is some really top secret, high level. I'm joking, it's not. But always test the market. Always test the market. I know that this business is your baby. I know this. This business that I'm doing is my baby. But I tested this business. I tested this business. We went through 10 different entrepreneurs, high-level entrepreneurs that just starting, entrepreneurs that have motion, entrepreneurs that's working on their motion and going up. We've tested this. We've tested this model. So always test the market, because the people are going to tell you what they want. Your goal is to find what people want, or to find your tribe that you're going to sell this product to. So in doing that, like I said, write down 10 cents that you would want to do. Do a poll. Say, hey, go on Instagram. Put a poll up. Hey guys, this is my business. All I need you to do is click which scent that you think you would like the most. Wild sunflower berry, pina colada, whatever it is. Pick which one you like the most. And the top 3, I mean, whether it may be something that you want to do or not, I would really look at what the people are wanting. And this can actually give you a good baseline. If you act, let's say you ask people that you know, and they give you the list that they like, they give you their top 3, and you get 20 people that you know, and they all tell you, they're gonna tell you what they like. So now you go back and make it. That's your customer right there. You can go right back to them. Hey, you remember when I sent you that poll and you said you like the pina colada scent? You know what? I actually made it. Hey, why don't you go ahead and buy this? You already said that you like it. I got it right here. So those can be your actual customers that you already setting up your pipeline for later on when you actually make the scents. So I say all that to say these are the tasks. These are the tasks you want to get done, and make them small. So like I said, write 10 cents, do a poll, find out which ones you're gonna make, gather the materials, test the products, perfect the formula, make it ready for market. And when I say go to market, or when I say ready for market, that means you can hand it to the customer. Like it's done enough for me to hand it over to a customer right now. Whatever task it might be. Oh, cost of goods. Know your costs. Know your numbers. Cannot stress that enough. Know your numbers. The reason why I say know your numbers is because you need to know how much money going out, how much money coming in. So how much money going out is how much money I spent on making this product. And make sure you include your hours that you worked on it. How much money is going out? That's time is money as well. So add those hours you put into it. Don't make it super crazy. But know the numbers that's going out, and then what you're going to sell it for. Know what's coming back in. This is my profit. This is what This is what I need. This is what I need to make another one of these candles and make a profit. So all those different things, and going into 3 different scents being made. But make the tasks very incremental. Make them small, and put those tasks in between the time bound, because that's the last part. You got it really specific right here. You got 3 different scents made. That's specific and that's measurable, but we need a time limit. I want you to challenge yourself and set a time limit. All right, Don, next to this, but new to this. Okay, well, welcome, Don. New to this, but my current wig is working on my brand, on rebranding my I can't read today. All right. New to this, my current wig is working on my rebranding, new labels, design, and such by August 1st. Currently working on the branding workbook. My ultimate wig is to be an LLC by 12/31/2025. Awesome. So you're working on the branding workbook. You're already off to a good start. I would. So let's reconstruct this. So the biggest wig you have is to be an LLC by 12/31/2025. All right, so let's start there. I don't know exactly what state you're in, but you can be an LLC within the next week or a month. That's paperwork. So that's not really too hard to do. But if you're giving yourself time, if you're spacing it out and you want to get everything done in between that, then go ahead. I don't want to knock you off your path, but just in case you didn't know of how to become an LLC or what to do, that's literally going to your state's business. What's that called? The business site for your state, and applying to get the LLC. Just seeing if your name is available, and then taking that name and going forward. I would say check and see if it's trademarked already and all those different things, but it should be a fairly simple task. But like I said, I'm in Georgia, and all it takes is to go into the Georgia government website and getting an LLC, getting your tax ID number and all those things. But if you're waiting, if you want to get everything together before you do that, completely understand. But I just wanted to let you know that. My current wig is working on rebranding my new labels and design and such. So get specific. So you said rebranding new labels and design and such. That's not specific. Rebranding your new labels is specific, and then you got really vague as you faded out. You faded out. It's like, I want to do all this. No, let's just focus on rebranding our new labels. Let's just focus on that first. So let's say my goal, my wildly important goal, is to rebrand my new labels by August 1st. That's it. We're not worried about design. We're not worried about the end such. I don't even know what the end such is. We don't know what the end such is. We're not even worried about none of those things. We only solely working on rebranding our new labels. And we need to know why we're working on rebranding our new labels. So always, I don't think I said this yet. I don't know. Always know why you're doing this certain thing. Why is this going to take you to the next level? So why is rebranding your new labels going to take you to a new level? What are you going to use them for? What is the purpose of it? We want our wildly important goal to put our business on the next level every single time. We want to level up. And that doesn't mean you have to go from $0 to I'm making $5,000 a month. No, the next level can just be simply you starting the business. That is a new level. So I don't want you to think that these levels are dollar amounts. No, the levels of business aren't dollar amounts. They do become dollar amounts at a certain point in time when you're looking outside of business. But when you're working on your business, the next level could purely be you getting actual labels, you getting an actual logo, you getting an actual product to hand over. That's the next level because most people don't even start. So if you pass that part, you're on a new level. So focus on, what I would say to this, focus on the why you're rebranding your new labels and take away the design and such by August 1st and just say, I'm working on rebranding my new labels by August 21st. August 1st. And then I would want you to, on the side, evaluate how you can get the LLC in your state because you might find that that's not really too hard and it might not be your ultimate WIG. You might change it if it's not too hard to do. So those are the two things I'm going to say to that. But what I would do, rebrand new labels for my business by August 1st, 2025. And how many labels? Get specific on how many labels. So that's kind of vague too. So rebranding new labels. How many labels are you doing? How many different labels do you have? So I want to rebrand 3 labels. I want to rebrand 3 labels for my business by August 1st, 2025. So if it's 3, 5, 2, however many, put an actual number to it. You got the time bound part. You got the specific, but we need measurable as well. All right, Derek Reese, bruh, what's good? I hope that's something good. Rakia said that's my issue, time management. It won't be with Achieve More Playbook. It won't be. It will not be. My whole goal, my whole mission for the course and for our one-on-one call is to help alleviate that thought process of time management is your hindrance from reaching your goal. It shouldn't be. If you have 30 minutes in a day, and I'm almost sure everybody has at least 30 minutes in their day. If you have an hour in your day, just think about it. If you spent 1 hour focus work, 1 hour a day, just 1 hour, that equates to, depending on what month, 30 to 31 hours in your business. So only 1 hour. Or if you have 30 minutes, cut that in half. That's what, 15 hours in your business a month? What's 15 times 12? Let's just say you only had 30 minutes in your business. So we're going to equate that to 15 hours in your business per month. So 15 hours times 12. So 180 hours that you would spend if you do 15 hours every month on your business for 12 months. That's 180 hours that you will put into your business. I guarantee you that your business will be on a different level if you put 180 hours in it in 1 year. Guarantee it. And that's just 30 minutes a day. I think my math is right. I think my math is right. Don't quote me on that. If my math is off, y'all do the numbers. Do the numbers, make sure they're right. But 30 minutes, 15 hours a month, 12 months, 180 hours. Just think if you start from 0, I'm putting in 0 hours to 180 hours in 1 year. It's a lot. And then that's not even counting whether, you got more time on the weekends or those times where you just go crazy and you do 5 hours one day. Because there's times where you get this burst of energy, this motivational energy, just like you get inspired. You see a podcast. Like today I saw a podcast while I was at work. I'm over here writing stuff down in my little notebook. I'm inspired. I'm doing extra work right now. You know what I'm saying? I get back home and I bust out 3 different things that I might just be thinking about. That's not even including that time. That's 180 hours of I'm not really motivated, but I got to get one task done. I can do that in 30 minutes. That's what that is. So 180 hours of you don't have to be motivated. You don't have to be excited. You just have to be disciplined to get 30 minutes done every day. So we're gonna work on that, Rakia. I should be seeing you soon. I should be. Derek Reese, this is good already. I appreciate you, Derek. I appreciate you for pulling up. I appreciate you for stopping by. What's your wig? Let's talk about your wig. Let's talk about it. Correct activity. I've revamped the website and got my sales channels connected. Yes. I love it. Love it. Sherry Stan, this webinar is hot. Knowing we can also incorporate a mind-freeing aspect to building our business is very encouraging. Yes, this is what this is for. Because a lot of the partners, they have a lot of different, they have a lot of information and a lot of amazing tools for you to use. If you don't have time to use it, if you're not using your mind, if your brain's not able to process and actually put these things into motion, we can't move forward. I want to get you to the point where you're using Dom's brand workbook, where you're using graphic design from Daryl, where you're joining the master class with Logan. You're in Tim's webinars and Mandy's webinars and getting your mind state correct and right. You in Jazz's workshops as well. Like, I want to get you to the point where you're doing all those things and you're able to manage it and you're taking your business to the next level. That's my whole purpose. That's my goal. That is my goal. Pam said, absolutely, you know I will. You taught me that. Hey, we learned together. All we did was put a framework in place and you the engine. That's all we did. We just gave you the car, the vehicle. We put the engine that you have into that vehicle, which is the Achieve More Playbook, and you took off. That's all it is. Derek, I want to finalize the last 2 soap recipes and last 2 candle scents by April 18th. Perfect. I want to finalize the last 2 soap recipes and last 2 candle scents by April 18th. If you notice, it's very specific. 2 soap recipes, 2 candle scents. These are very specific. They're both measurable. The 2, I know exactly what he's trying to do. And this is a way. Let's put it like this. This is a way to know you've done it right. If you tell somebody what your wildly important goal is, they know exactly what you're trying to do. If you say, hey, my wildly important goal for my business is I want to finalize my last 2 soap recipes and my last 2 candle scents by this time, they should be able to speak back to you. I know exactly what Derek is doing in his business. He's working on finalizing his last 2 his soap recipes and his last 2 candle scents. April 18th, I should see 2 new soap recipes and 2 candle scents because he just finalized them. They should be able to say that right back to you. Granted, let's say if he just said, hey, I'm working on my soap recipe, my soap and my candle recipes. They don't know exactly what that means. They don't know exactly what you're trying to do. They just know you're working on something. But with this, it's measurable. They know when they can expect it. They know exactly, like, if you could tell somebody this and they can repeat it back to you and they know when they expect it, what it is, and how specific it is, then you know you did it right. So I want to finalize the last 2 soap recipes and last 2 candle scents by April 18th. Derek, what is the process for that? What would be the task? Let us know. What would be the tasks that are included in that? What's the task that you're going to put in between now and April 18th to finalize the last 2 soap recipes and last 2 candle scents? Dom says she here. She is live. She in color. I'm with it. Rakia, okay, I'm going to do that because that is my biggest issue, and I would check out Dom as well. As far as the date, I will give myself until May 15, about 6 weeks. I don't know if that is too long, but I'm working around my job as well. Let me tell you something, Rakia. I have a 9 to 5, and I have, a 9 to 5 like everybody else is demanding. And my 9 to 5 is like the tedious work. Like, I look at spreadsheets and stuff and like numbers all day. So I'm really using brain power and I'm looking at this stuff and all that stuff. So I say that to say, I understand if you're working around a job and 6 weeks is comfortable. It's comfortable, but it's still allowing you to push yourself towards a goal. That is perfectly fine. It's you versus you right now. How disciplined can you be in that 6 weeks? We're not worried about anybody else. We're not worried about anybody else in this process. We're only worried about the wildly important goal that we have, and we need to know what tasks we need to complete within this 6 weeks. So that's all we focus on. So I don't want you to I don't want you to think that's too long. It's not too long because it's your process. It's yours. It's not nobody else's. So I completely understand. I definitely get it. Don said, thank you, Don, for joining this live today. You're in New York? I love New York. You know, when the last time I've been to New York? I was in New York. Last time I was in New York, I had a blast. I will say that. I had an absolute blast. Can't wait to go back. Can't wait to go back. I don't know when that is, but New York is awesome. Very good time. Don, needed time in between as I am not sure what to do and chemotherapy takes time. Well, first off, I hope you get better soon. Chemotherapy does it sounds, you're a warrior. You're a warrior. So whatever you're doing right now towards your business is already astronomical if you're dealing with chemotherapy as well. So shout out to you, and I hope you make a strong recovery. I hope, everything goes well with what you're dealing with right now for while you're taking chemotherapy. But take time. Yes, time is perfectly fine. Don't feel like I don't want anybody to feel like this is a time constraint. This is a framework that we're trying to fit our goals into, because we know if we put the framework in place, then we can be disciplined enough to move forward with the tasks that we need to do to get these goals taken care of. And we're operating like a business. So I'm gonna give you some backstory about the Achieve More Playbook in just a second. I'm gonna go through the rest of these comments. You're a bit slower in moving forward. Completely understand that. Design of labels. All right. You said I have a unique fantasy brand that I want to level up to promote my fantasy candles. I'm probably way behind on these then. I've been yapping. Logo. Break it down a bit further. Got it. This webinar is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Derek, you in ATL too? That's right. Process. Scent testing, formula percentages, time is waiting for candle to cure. Hey, those are all the things that's perfect. That's perfect. So so next step. Oh, wait, hold on. I just went past what Don was saying. Okay, Don, let me go back to Don. I have a unique fantasy brand I want to level up to promote my fantasy candles. Love your thought process. Already you're thinking about the right things. You're thinking about you have a unique brand. This is a niche brand. You're thinking about you want to level up. Perfect. And you want to promote your fantasy candles. So so the first thing you said was the design of your labels. So let's just start there. Let's start right there. Let's start with design of your labels. So let's say I want to get, I don't know if you already have a logo. I think you said yes logo earlier too. I think you said okay. So okay. I want to get the design. So let's say I want to get 3 elements of design done for my business by I want to get 3 elements of design done for my business by, I don't know exactly what your time limit is. So I want you to put a time in there, or you can say 2 elements of your design. And then after that, the next sentence is these elements include. I want you to be specific. I want to get my logo done, and I want to get my labels done. So I want to get 2 elements of my branding done by whatever time you set for yourself. And then the next sentence is these elements include logo, design of labels. And that's where we start off at. Once we start there, we list the tasks that we need to do in between that time to get there, to get to the labels are designed and the logos designed. So what I mean by that is, and you putting real energy and work into this, maybe you might want to sketch out your logo. So for me, a little bit of backstory on me, my first official business was a sneaker business. I'm a sneakerhead, love sneakers. I threw sneaker events in Atlanta, Seattle, and Miami. And when I first started, I had this book. I had this little composition book, wrote down 10 different names for my business, sent it out to my homeboys. Yo, which one y'all like? First Kicks Market was the one that everybody kept picking. I was like, boom, got my name. Next, I sketched out a couple of different designs for the logo. Went to Fiverr, got the Fiverr done. Well, I sketched out the designs. I went to Fiverr. I got some like renderings of what I drew and send it back to the people. Hey, y'all like this? Which one y'all like? They pick one. Boom, I'm done. So from that point, I got my logo, I got my name, and I got my label. From the next point, I set another goal. So this was back in 2019. So to be honest, I've been doing a version of the Achieve More Playbook more than likely all my life. But this is the first time I think this way now. I cognitively think these are the steps that I need to take. Before, it was just, I was doing it just subconsciously. Now I'm doing it like, okay, need to do this. And it takes a lot of pressure off my brain. So like I said, for you, I would say I want to get 2 elements of my branding done by whatever time you set. And then the next sentence will be, these elements include my logo and my design of my labels. And like I said, we have amazing branding specialists and design specialists. People I'm gonna continue to plug throughout this whole live. Dom and Daryl. Those are our branding and our design specialists they are also partners. And there's also webinars that they've done that's in the collective right now. So go check those out. Those should be a part of your task. To go check out what Dom is offering and go check out what Daryl's offering, and put that in. That should be after the task of what you've chosen for your logo or your name, the name of your business. I know you said it's Unique Fantasy Candles. I don't know if that's the name. You say Unique Fantasy Brand. So I don't know what the exact name is, but yeah, put that as part of your task, those 2 things. All right, Derek, go back to what Derek said. Derek said his process would be scent testing, formula percentages. See, I knew testing was in there. I knew it. I knew formula percentages was in there. I didn't say it like that. That's real technical. I like that though. Time is waiting for candle to cure. So all those are the tasks that he's going to need to do to finalize the 2 soap scents and to finalize the 2 candle scents. So he's going to put those tasks in, spot by spot. Now he knows how much time each one of those is going to take. So he already knows how much time it's going to take for a candle to cure. So he can add that into his time bound. So if he knows the candle is not going to cure in a day or in 30 minutes, he won't say, I want to get 2 done and 2 of these things done by tomorrow, because that doesn't make any sense. He's going to give himself enough time to get these done. He's going to give himself enough time to get the formula percentages down. He's going to give himself enough time to do scent testing. And he knows if he does this amount of work on this day, this amount of work on this day, and this amount of work on this day, that he's going to hit this certain time frame that he set for it. So that's perfect, Derek. That is perfect. Rakia, thank you for so much feedback. Thank you, Rakia. I really appreciate it. This is what this is for. I wanted y'all to lead this conversation. You guys have been leading this conversation. All I've been is a soundboard just to try to help. I want to help you guys, and I want to help you get to the next level. That's what I want to do. So honestly, I'm really excited that everybody's been coming in here and talking, because I didn't want to talk this whole time just about saying what a wig is. I'm really glad that you guys are putting in what your actual wigs are, and we can work on them together. And I can give you a thought process of how to work your wig so you can go and do this. And next time you come back, we can talk about it. That's my whole goal. I want to see everybody back again next time, and you can say, hey, I set my wig up, I got my task. Now I got to find time, which will be next Wednesday when we're constructing the calendar. So it's all setting up. It's all setting up. And all month I'm doing this. So today was wig constructing. Next week is going to be, and it's every Wednesday at the same time. So 8 Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. I always get mixed up, Pacific, Central, whatever. Pacific, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And every week I'm going to be doing a different part. So next week is constructing your calendar, where we're going to find time to put in. I'm going to break down what your schedule should look like, what each part of your schedule, what it means, and then where to put these wig focus times in. 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, however much time, 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes. If you can get something done in 10 minutes, let's go ahead and put that in there. Let's go ahead and put that time in there. So we're going to be doing that as well. Sarita, let's look at what Sarita talking about. Sarita said, my wig is all of the prior mentioned ones, but first I want to establish my business colors and create my logo by April 30th. Perfect. Perfect. Time bound, April 30th. She said she wants to establish her business colors. Very specific. She wants to create her logo. Very specific. Specific, time bound, measurable. I know she wants to create one logo. I know she wants to work on her business colors. Those are two things she wants to work on. They're very specific. I can go tell if somebody asks me what is Sarita working on for her business. I'm like, yo, Sarita over there working on her business colors, man. Next time you see her color's gonna be dope. You're gonna want to see that. And her logo is about to be done. It should be coming up on April 30th. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what I can go tell somebody. They're like, hey man, April 30th come around. I'm about to go check Sarita out. I'm about to see exactly what she got going. Because I heard that her color is about to be fire. And I heard that logo is dope because she's been working on it. So great job, Sarita. So now next step would be, what tasks do you need to do in between? What tasks? And for the business colors, I don't know exactly what date it was, but Daryl did a webinar, and it should be in the collective behind webinars. I think that's what the title is behind the webinars or whatever. Daryl did one where it was mind blowing. I didn't even know half the tools he was talking about, but what he was showing people on how to get the colors and what colors meant what, and what colors invoke certain messages and stuff like that. Mind blowing. Go check it out. Go check it out. If that's something that you're trying to establish for your business, is the colors, go check that out. Creating your logo, I would say that's branding and colors. So I'm plugging Dom and Daryl. Those are two people you need to go check out. Put those in your task. So list all the tasks that you need to do in order to get there by April 30th, and put those two things in your task. Go check out Daryl's webinar they did. And for your logo, I think that fits in the branding and that fits in the graphic design. So make sure you ping Daryl and Dom and see what they have to offer for that. Don says she will be checking out what Dom and Daryl have to offer. Yes. Daryl's here. There you go, Daryl right there. Said, I'm here. I'm taking notes of people are saying they need. There we go. There you go. So y'all should already hear from him. Dom, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dom says she has her own notes. I appreciate it. Pam, are there any other sites besides Canva that I can use until I can afford professional labels? That's a good question. Any other sites? Are there any other sites? I feel like there are. I feel like there's something like Free Logo Maker or something, or I don't even want to tell you to go to there. I'm just going to tell you to go to Daryl because he knows. He knows exactly what sites to go to. But I would also, well, no, I'm just going to say go to Daryl. I'm just going to say go to Daryl. Or go to Fiverr. There's very inexpensive labels that you can get made on Fiverr. $5, $10. Like my first logo that I got made for Fresh Kicks Market was like, I want to say $10. And I used that logo for years before I revamped it and bought another $10 one that was even better than that one. So those are two options that you have. Sarita, I was on that one and it was very mind blowing. See, she already knows. Sarita knows. Daryl, my wig is to launch my new design business website on Monday, May 5th, 2025, so I can move on to all my other wigs. That is perfect. Perfect. Very specific. He wants to launch his new business website, his new design business website. Very specific. It's measurable. We know he wants to have one website that's done, and he wants to do it by Monday, May 5th. Somebody come ask me what Daryl is doing with his business. I'm going to tell him Daryl has a new design business website. It's going to be dropping on May 5th. Go check it out like I've been telling all y'all this whole time. So May 5th, make sure y'all go check out Daryl's design business website. Now, all he has to do is list the task. All he has to do is list every task that he's going to need to get done to get to that point. And he's already in the perfect place. He's in the Black Sunflower Business Collective where we do websites. So we have website design. We have people that are able to design his website for him. So now that he knows he wants to get this done by May 5th, he can go to his resources. He can say, hey, how long is it going to take to get this done? What do you need from me in order to get this done? If they say, hey, we need pictures, we need copy, which is the wording that's going to be on your site. We need exactly how many pages. So he knows, okay, let's just say they ask for all these, how many pages you want. So he knows one day I'm gonna take an hour, I'm gonna work on what pages I want. I'm gonna write down what pages I want to have on my site. One day I'm going to take an hour and I'm going to put into a folder how many different pictures I want on my site. So I'm gonna put all these pictures on there. You know, I'm gonna put all these pictures into the folder and I'm gonna hand them over the folder. They say, hey, we need copy. Okay, great. One day I'm gonna work on the copy that I want on my site. And then they're gonna tell them, hey, okay, these are all the things we need by this date for you to have it by May 5th. So now he knows these are the things I need to work on. This is the time frame I'm going to put these things for me to work on them. And then once I get those things done, I know that on May 5th, I should have a completed website. And even if I don't have a completed website, I still have all this activity that I just put towards this goal. So even if I get it done on May 10th, even if his website comes on May 10th, he still has all this work that he just put into his business, regardless of the fact. If you don't, and that's another thing. I'm glad I got to this point. If you don't hit your wildly important goal by the time bound, it is not the end of the world, people. It is not. I want you to know that for sure. And everybody that's been on the Achieve More Playbook huddle, there was one WIG that I didn't hit within that 12 weeks. We hit 2 WIGs. There was one that I didn't hit that's still pending. It's not the end of the world. If everybody was on that Achieve More huddle, they know that I put in probably, I want to say 30 to 40 tasks towards that goal. Those tasks don't go away because I didn't hit the goal. Those tasks that work that I put in, that doesn't just go away out of nowhere. No, that work is still there. So our whole thought process is to put in work towards reaching the goal. We're gonna put a time frame in there so we know how many tasks we can get, so we can get to that goal. If we don't hit it, that's okay. We're still gonna work toward. We're gonna set a new time, and we're still gonna work towards hitting that goal once we hit it. But I think I have finally made it to all of the questions. So we've been on here for an hour. If anybody has any more WIGs, I'm still working on WIGs. I'll give it another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes. If anybody has another WIG that they want me to help them with constructing, help me break it down, we want to talk about it. Any one of those things. Any one of those things. Today was WIG Constructing. This is one of our most productive lives. I really appreciate y'all. Clap it up for y'all, to be honest. Clap it up for everybody that's in the chat. The fact that you guys thought enough to come on this live and thought enough of the information that I can possibly help you with. That means a lot to me, and I really, really am invested in seeing you guys win. I'm really invested in it. I look at different ways of how I can make this better. There's going to be new iterations to the Achieve More Playbook. There's going to be new iterations coming, and I'm actually working on my personal development so I can include them in the next iterations of the Achieve More Playbook. One thing that I'm really, really focused on right now, and I'm trying to get through the book, it's a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And I've been reading it. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics. I've been reading it and I've been doing an audio book, but it really focuses on the self-image and how that affects your success in life. So working on your self-image, how that reflects on your business, how that reflects on how you achieve the things that you want to achieve. We're gonna include those type of things into the Achieve More Playbook in the next iterations of how I do this. So really, 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 really excited, really invested in you and helping everybody achieve more. Last plug of the night, achievemoreplaybook.com. Go to achievemoreplaybook.com. Ton of information on there. Also, yes, that is a great pairing for what Mandy does. Yes, it is. I like that, Dom. Thank you for saying that. Yes. AchieveMorePlaybook.com. Like I said, a lot of information on there. There are 2 offers on there currently. You can go and you can just buy the course. It's $49.99. $50. That's one weekend. That's one brunch weekend. You just say, hey, I don't want to do brunch. I want to do the Achieve More Playbook because I want to level up my business. So we're not going to do brunch this time. We're going to get the Achieve More Playbook. That's one brunch. Just take, because I know it's springtime. I know y'all about to be outside. I know y'all about to be in there mimosing it up. Let's just take one weekend. Let's do the Achieve More Playbook and let's get right and take our business to the next level. So that's $49.99. And then the bundle, which would include 2 one-on-one calls plus the course, is $99.99. And those 2 one-on-one calls, we're breaking down everything. We're breaking down everything. Those are hour-long calls where we're breaking down everything that you learned, where you're at in your process with the Achieve More Playbook, and how we can really fine tune it. And it's a set of, and it's accountability. So you get 2 of them. So the first one, we really go really deep dive into where you are in the course, where are some of the holes that I can plug, and let's talk about that and how we can make it even better. And then the second one is an accountability call where we really break down where you're at, whether if you're still doing the course, if you're done with the course, where you're at with your WIG goals, and how we can make sure that those WIG goals go further than just you doing the course and being done. So those 2 offers are there. There's also some webinars that's on there. I'm going to be updating new webinars. I'm also going to be updating with new reviews from prior clients. So you'll see that up there. And there's some blogs up there as well. If you're more of a reader, you don't really do the YouTube thing. There's blogs up there as well. So yes. Pam said she got work to do. She's not outside yet. Understandable. She said she putting in work. Understandable. Very, very much so understandable. That's what I like to hear. Any other questions? Anybody got any other wigs? Last call for the wig. Last call. Next time y'all see me, I'm gonna have my camera gonna be fire. I'm having a new. I was supposed to have a camera today, my new camera, and I was supposed to be crystal clear, but it didn't work with the other laptop that I had for it. So I got the old camera, and then I'm gonna have. This is my new office. It looks. You can see all the bags and stuff in the back, but I'm gonna have this office really nice looking. So it's gonna be really a vibe in here, and we're gonna really do some good work. That's next time you see me, but. If there's no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here before I start rambling. Very, very, very excited for everybody. Thank you for joining this live. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Achieve More Playbook Huddle, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time. 11 a.m. Pacific time. So Achieve More Huddle, this is going to be Q2. So we just wrapped up Q1, which was a 12-week program of my personal WIG sessions. And we're going to start Q2, starting off strong. So be there on Sunday. Thank you. I'll see y'all on Sunday.